This is what we're gonna fix. I got called out by some, well, I wanna say plumbers, we're just gonna call them rat boys. I got called out because I believe in doing a job right. If there's a slab leak under your house on the water line, there's really 3 different ways to fix it. You either make a hole in the floor, go down and fix it there. You reroute, where you cut open the walls, you tear the lines apart and reroute overhead, which we've never done in Texas up until lately because of PEX, because copper lines would freeze. Or you tunnel under the house and fix it, and you don't damage anything at all inside. Well, I've got some rat boys that are telling people they've got a product that works.
All right, here we go, guys. Dropping this thing in. Like that. Still leaking, just a fine mist. Maybe if I knock on it. Oh, it's starting to stop. It's starting to stop.
But even at the end of their video, they say, oh gee, this didn't work.
Well, Sam, we inserted 3 aqua Ps and no success. So I just want to apologize for that. We did our best. I was really hoping that it would seal up that pinhole leak.
Well, it was a good try.
Thank you.
We have to think of something else.
Yep.
So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna test the aqua P. And what I want to do is just show you, does it work or not? Now, we have literally not played with this yet. So we've got 2 different sizes here. We've got what they call the blue and the yellow. Blue is for 1 to 2.5 gallons per minute leak. And the yellow is 2.5 to 4 gallons per minute leak. Now, you can figure how big your leak is by how fast is your meter turning. If nothing else is open, here in Texas, we've got the digital meters, and it's gonna show you exactly how many gallons per minute are flowing through it. So that will help you figure out what size P you want to use. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna put in our pieces, we're gonna drill the holes, we're gonna make a leak, we're gonna stick a P in it. Let's start putting this stuff together and see what we can come up with. And this video is sponsored by Leak Pro. Why do we use Leak Pro? Because it is the most precise leak detection equipment for professional plumbers. If you've got a leak on your water system, find out where it is before you try to do anything. That way you can come up with the best option for a repair. Go check out Leak Pro at leak-pro.com. As you see, we got a few things out of the magic drawer. I will have gloves and safety glasses on for when I'm drilling and things like that. But what we've got different spool pieces. We've got 2 1/2-inch and we've got 1 1-inch. What we want to do on the 1/2-inch is, well, we're going to drill 2 holes. We're going to drop the pin. We're going to see, does it plug it up? But here's the thing, we're not going to be shaking it. Because if you put this into your water line and your leak is under the house, it's not like you can crawl under the house and shake it around. If so, you would probably fix it right like a real plumber would. And remember, through all this, if you're a homeowner, do you want somebody to just stick something like this, an epoxy in your water line? Now, I don't know if this is all food grade. I don't know anything about it. I just know it says it's SMART approved. I mean, water is going to be flowing across this. So if plastic can leach out into your water system, don't you think an epoxy that you put in your water system could? Interesting. I want to check that out. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is basically fill the line with water. So I'm barely going to crack this open. I'm going to crack this one open first. And I'm barely, okay, so we're full of water. Now, I'm just flapping it because I'm going to see that I got all the air out, which under your house, you're not going to hold any air under there unless your line does this. So we're ready to go here. I'm going to drill it down towards the bottom a little bit. I want to go forward. Okay, now I went real easy there because I don't want to ding the inside on the back or anything like that. But now, when I turn water, we can see we got a leak here. Just like other plumbers are telling you to do, we've shut the water off because we've got to put the P down inside of the water line. So now I'm opened up good enough, I could drop a P down in here. And what I'm looking at is a 2-part epoxy. I want to make sure that I try to get all the paper and everything off of it and out of it. as you see right here, I've got the P and I've got both parts. Now, right now, they're two separate parts, and you can see that. So we're fixing to start kneading it all together. Okay, now it's interesting. I thought this was a two-part epoxy. Now I'm thinking that it's really not. So I don't know why they tell you to knead it or anything, but that little P, that little bead that's in there that you see in the package, it stays solid. So my thought is, why do you have to knead it then if it's not mixing the two together? Could you not just put that little bead right down in the center of this? So guys, I gotta tell you, number one, going to their website to find out more about this. Is it a two-part epoxy or what is it? It really doesn't tell you anything. It's got a little P in here. It doesn't, and by P, I mean the little white ball. It doesn't tell you if that's supposed to go inside the epoxy or not. Now the Rat Boy stuck it in there, so we did too, but I've been rubbing it, kneading it for about 2 minutes, and when I squeeze, I can still feel that bead down inside there. So what I'm gonna do is just go ahead and ball it up really good, and maybe that's the whole purpose of this. That puts that bead down inside so that bead fills the hole and the epoxy seals around it. I'm not sure. But now that we've got the water off, the holes drilled, I'm gonna open this up, drop it down in there and close it. Now look at that, okay? It reached it that quick. Now, I probably should have turned it on a little slower. I went full blast, so it literally pushed that right to it. Now, I gotta tell you, that's pretty cool. It stopped that fast. All right, so I see the epoxy sticking out, but I also see water still coming out very, very slowly, but it is coming out. I don't want to touch the epoxy or anything, so I'm just trying to get the water off, and I want to watch that drop and see what it does. All right, so we've given it a few minutes. It has finally stopped. The water looks like it completely stopped, and we've still got water pressure on. Now, we've gone to their website, we've tried everything, and it doesn't say anything about a cure time. So we're gonna go ahead, shut this one off, install the next one, and do it again just to see what happens. This time what I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna drill it on top just to see. Now, yeah, man, I'm gonna get some wet. Now I'm gonna bleed it. Okay, so now I pretty much got all the air out. This time, I'm gonna drill the hole on the top. Y'all ready? I'm not that stupid. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and turn the water off. Okay, again, I've got the epoxy and the P. All right, so we're gonna do it again. We're gonna knead it for about a minute. Have no idea why, because it doesn't say to on the directions, and it's all pretty and ready to go. So we're gonna go ahead, open the valve, drop it in and close it, and as you see, the water stopped again. We're gonna put something here to catch the spray, just to keep from making a mess, but I'm gonna go ahead and turn this valve on a little slower this time. And the P hasn't found it yet. Now you see why the Rat Boys are down under there shaking the pipe and rattling the pipe. They're trying to make that P move around. You can't do that under a house. Okay, so I'm gonna turn it off. We've probably flushed about a gallon through there, maybe something. I'm gonna try to turn it on full blast just like I did the other one and see what it'll do. Ready? All right, for purpose of trying to do testing, so what's that tell you right there? If your hole's on top, which you have no idea whether it is or not, you're gonna have to find a way to get that P to move or jump or do something. Is this really a kind of product you want in your house? I mean, if you're a homeowner Is this what you want to do? Or if you're a plumber, is this what you want to tell people? Because guess what? That pee is now stuck in the line. And when they go to open a hose bib, a kitchen faucet, and that pee flows and clogs that up, guess who they're calling back to fix it? Oh, wait, it fixed it for a second. Hey, rat boys, this is scammy. Okay? I mean, I don't know, guys. Maybe the rat boys are telling you, well, if it's packed in mud, the mud will help seal it off. I don't know. Okay, in their video, they made it a point to say, look, Roger's really arrogant.
What he likes to do is take our faces, put the word scam, and just be a little sneaky and arrogant.
Arrogance is having an exaggerated sense of one's own importance or ability. Well, my ability is to be a good plumber. Now, is that exaggerated? I don't know. When I climb out from under your house and tell you your product is fixed, it's fixed. And it just keeps getting worse, guys. We have not touched this. Y'all see me?
Hey, Roger, you might want to bang that pipe again.
Yeah, I know. Try to knock that pee in place.
I just want to apologize for that. We did our best.
Okay, I'm going to shut this one down because I've got one more that I want to do. All right, guys, so we are full of water again. I'm gonna make it easy on the pee. I'm gonna go ahead and put it on the bottom, just because I want this for, well, I want to see what it looks like. So I really would like for it to find the hole and work. So now we're just gonna shut it off. So a leak just occurred in your house. Thank God I get Milwaukee. This stuff lives through anything. So on the back of the blue pee, it says it's for 1 to 2.5 gallons per minute. Now, we just went 1 gallon in 45 seconds. So we're well within our 1 to 2.5 gallons per minute, okay? So what we're gonna do now is we've turned the water off, we've killed the pressure. We're gonna open the top after I knead the pee and stick it in there and see what we get. So we've used 3 of them. We've got 1 leak that stopped. We've got 1 leak that looks horrible. So far we've spent $225 on peas. I'm gonna open this up, drop the pea in there and close it. Maybe. Okay. So once it went to full pressure, the pea got there. It's on the bottom. Yep. See, it kept pushing it out like a little floater. And then when that floater broke off, this is what we got.
Brown's only made it to the bucket this year. Couldn't even make the bowl.
Okay, now we've let that run for a little while, and to be honest, look, we had a 1/2 inch that it worked on, we had one that it didn't. You're wasting a lot of money. I mean, right here, we're looking at $300 now in an epoxy that's not working. And this was a job they did in a customer's house. Now, I wonder what they did then. Well, now we need to reroute. Well, now you've got 3 balls of epoxy in their system that's gonna screw up their plumbing somewhere down the road. So guys, as you can see, we tested AquaPea today. But guys, after it worked and we moved it over here, after we took the pressure up, it fell out. So when we brought it over here, literally, I noticed there's nothing in the hole and it blew it completely out. So what I want to tell you is, just like anything else, in plumbing, there's a right way to do something and there's a wrong way. If you've got ratty, scammy, sleazy plumbers out there trying to sell you snake oil, be careful, because that's probably what you're buying. People talk bad about me because I do things the right way and I charge for it. I charge what it's worth. I bring value. Because when I go in and fix it, well, you're going to be able to test it up to just short of 10,000 PSI and you're not going to have a problem. Some of this other stuff that people are trying to sell you, it's a scam, okay? And the people that are selling it to you are scammy. And the people that are trying to use this to fix a real problem, be careful, because there's a lot of them out there. It'll be really easy to recognize them because they're talking bad about me. Oh well. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, talking about scammy plumbers, I think you're definitely gonna love this one.